You need to get a guy that's smart. And Ty Lue is the head coach of the Clippers right now. He has 1 year left on his deal. They have put out rumors, and Woj is the message boy for the Clippers, said that the Clippers, they want to sign him to a long-term deal. Ty Lue has come out and said that he wants to stay with the Clippers. He doesn't want to move around. So all signs and all roads point to him signing back with the Clippers. However, it hasn't happened yet. And every day that it doesn't happen, the noise gets louder. Every day that they don't get a deal, the noise gets louder. I can't help to think that LeBron and Ty speak. So
all the time.
It's either the only way that this is going to happen is if Ty Lue goes to management and said he wants out because he has another year, right? So they can honor it. They don't have to honor it. But we're going to see what happens. But if it's not Ty Lue, the guy that I want is as everybody knows, it's not Mark Jackson, because Mark Jackson ain't never going to get a shot. I understand that.
I think I'm off the Mark Jackson narcotic right now.
I think you have to be. It's JJ Redick. I don't care what nobody wants to tell me. I don't care what nobody wants to tell me about anything going forward about, he doesn't have experience, he doesn't this is da. You gotta understand that there's certain times in history where you see guys come along with that IQ of theirs, it normally translates to being a head coach. Steve Kerr was a guy that got coaching 101 from the two pillar greats, Greg Popovich, Phil Jackson. You don't think that he was actually going to become a head coach, a good head coach? It was going to happen. This guy, JJ Redick, he's a smart dude. He understands the game. People respect him. He's personable. He's young. So there's two things that the Lakers need. Obviously, you need complete opposite from what you have from Darvin Ham, right? You need somebody that the players are going to respect. You need somebody that's going to be able to hold their own in the press conferences. You need somebody that's going to take accountability. You need somebody that's going to be able to make good adjustments, make good out of timeout plays, execution, make sure the players are ready to play coming out of halftime. All of these things you want a different situation. The other part of this that a lot of people are not talking about is that you need a coach to be beyond LeBron James. When LeBron James retires, and it's coming very soon, right? You still need a guy that's young enough that can be able to grow with this franchise, build up the next generation of players, right? Develop guys. JJ Redick can be that guy because he's young enough. If you give him the staff, a veteran staff of head coaches that used to be head coaches, you got to remember when the Lakers won in 2020, Al, they had nothing but great head coaches as assistants on that staff. Jason Kidd was on that staff. You had what's my man name that used to coach the Nets? They had a whole bunch of dudes that were very good veteran coaches on that staff that made Vogel's job a lot easier. When you have that group of guys that you can be able to lean on, it's very important. So who's to say that JJ Redick can't have some veteran coaches on his staff to be able to help him along and help him with adjustments, help him with this, help him with that. But if the IQ is there, if the image of him being a professional knows how to kind of relate to his players, that's what you're looking for as a head coach, out of a head coach. And also, too, the fact that he's young enough to be able to develop that team going forward. So I don't
think his age has a lot to do with number one, I completely disagree with you as far as JJ Redick for the Lakers, because like you said, LeBron, smartest man in the room.
Right.
JJ has that same I'm the smartest man in the room tendency. Those two things are going to clash. They
don't. That's where you're wrong. Similar
the thing
mind.
JJ I've seen commentating on television is the one you're telling me doesn't have that type of attitude.
He's what I'm saying is that he has confidence. I just explained it to you, and I guess it went over your head. LeBron is looking for an equal, because if he has an equal, he won't have to combat it, is what I'm saying. It's a partnership. LeBron doesn't need to be the alpha. If he has a guy that he can be able to speak to on an intellectual level, there's no reason to compete. If me and you can be able to talk on an intellectual level about a whole bunch of stuff, I don't need to be right and you need to be wrong. We're going to speak about things. We're going to be able to share ideas.
But we also have to be able to speak to each other in a way where we can respect each other, not only respecting each other's intelligence, but respecting what each other is bringing to the table, and be able to go back and forth.
LeBron has shown that, Al, is what I'm saying to you.
I think LeBron can do it. I don't have faith in JJ.
They're on a podcast. You don't see it already? Have you watched the pod?
The podcast and having conversation is different between both of them sharing an equal goal and trying to figure out how they're going to get there.
Absolutely. But guess what happened with Ty Lue? Ty Lue wasn't the head coach the whole year. You do know that, right?
I know he wasn't the head coach.
David Black got fired and he stepped in. So what's the difference? Is that you can develop a relationship with somebody on the court when you're in battle. This is all I'm saying. But when you're an intellectual, you're willing to listen more. That's the whole point of this whole diatribe that I went on. I will listen to you because you're smart. I am not going to listen to you if you're an idiot. I don't care if you're my supervisor. I don't care if you're my head coach. If I'm smarter than you, I'm never going to listen to you. That's the whole point. LeBron needs somebody who he respects to listen to.
LeBron does need that, but
Eric Spoelstra was a rookie head coach when he coached the Heat. You know that. He was a rookie head coach.
Very different personality from JJ though.
How?
Like I just think that my personal feeling is that JJ is going to walk in there and he's going to want to be the smartest man in the room. And I don't think Ty or Eric had that need. And I think that's why they were able to sit there and build that type of relationship with LeBron.
We'll see. Listen, the one thing about me that I always love is that a lot of times I'm just right. And most of the time I'm right. Before I get dragged, but I'm normally right. And when I'm right, I keep receipts. That's the sad part. I keep receipts. I am petty. I'm petty. I'm super petty. I go back into comments after things that I've said and people drag me. I go ahead and go ask them questions. What's up now? Speak to me now.
Well, I'll have this conversation with you should they be brought in there. But
listen, you are the last person to ever say anything to me about anything because you have my face on your leg.
Summertime's coming. It's the season. I got to start explaining why I got that face. But that tattoo is way more of a testament to the fact that I'm a man of my word, and it's a testament to show you what blind belief will bring you to.
Right. Absolutely. And you also have a blind belief to not listen to what I'm saying right now. So we're going to see how it unfolds. We're going to see.
We're just not betting any tattoos on it.
No. Listen, I don't want to do it to you again. I feel bad. It's a nice tattoo, but I feel bad.
Awesome tattoo. I haven't figured it out yet.
You know, shouts to Green Apple, shouts to Rich and the gang.
Shout out to Rich.